So you think your boiler's had it? I'll fetch the 2 bags from the van. If you want the best, don't ask questions, 'cause brother, I'm your man. What it'll cost, well, that's a mystery. Until I take off the cover, who knows what I'm gonna see. These are the jobs that driving me berserk. Why do only fools and plumbers work? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la, yeah. Why do only fools and plumbers work?
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. No, it's not morning. It's 7 minutes past 12. We are officially 7 minutes late.
Just
aren't we, Luke?
out of the morning.
Yes. Joining me today on today's PAYACA community show is Luke, because where's Big Man? Where's Big Matt? Where's he gone?
He is cycling around Spain at the moment. If I remember correctly, I think it's Alicante.
Wow. Spain this week, Italy the other week. Bit of a cyclist, isn't he?
No, he's a jet setter.
So he's left us two. To inform the community on the big news, the big news that a lot of people have been waiting for in PAYACA, to drop the news of what it is. But before we get to that, we do need to say welcome to the community, to all the new people. You've been tagged in a post this morning to tell you about. We're going to do this show every single week, but also to give you heads up and show you where to get that free 7-day trial. On that, we'll just pop over for those that may potentially be watching this from the boiler business community. By the way, them people that are in PAYACA that are not in the boiler business community, did I set this up? Yes. Go and find this. Okay. Go and find the boiler business community over on Facebook. Boiler business community will help you with all manner of business to do with our trade. It's not just systems. We talk about marketing. We talk about staff. We talk about or complain about the industry. Now, on that, I want to get to this, because this came this week, didn't it? And this is to do with PAYACA. If I can get there fast enough, here we go. It's brilliant. We're just going to play this. So replay the video, and I think that should come through. Replay video. Oh, the sound might not actually come through on this. It might not, but I'm going to play it anyway. Yeah, I can't hear that.
No, I can't either.
Yeah, reason why that sound is not coming through is because if we played that and played you would be echoing. So for those people that haven't seen this, I need to give it a bump because it is hilarious, this video.
Maybe Ben, if you're watching, if you could put a link to it in the comments, that would be really useful.
Do what? Sorry?
I was just asking Ben to put a link in the comments if he's watching.
Yeah, there we go. I've just bumped it up. So in short, I think it's actually because of this. There we go. Can you hear that, Ben? Luke, can you hear that?
I can't hear anything, I'm
No,
afraid.
still can't. So in short, what the video is basically saying is people don't recommend PAYACA. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But let's jump over to the PAYACA community. And where we're going to start? We're going to start with welcoming in all the new people, or are we going to drop the bombshell that is the new one?
I think let's start with a welcome. It would be nice to call out the I think it was 18 new members that joined over the last 12 hours. So yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's almost a 20% increase in the community. So just want to say welcome to all of you. Obviously, Tommy's called you all out in a post and added a link to the free trial so that you can actually give the product a go. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can either use the community, or you can just drop us a message, whatever works for you.
And I'd just like to give a special air horn thank you to Anthony Stark for doing his bit on that. So thank you very much, and Anthony. Right, moving on. Let's talk about the new feature, because this is something that a lot of people, particularly the people in more rural areas of the UK, have been asking for. Take it away, Luke.
Yeah, so this is a big one. Shout out to Vicky and the tech team for getting this one out. It's so we've now released offline mode for mobile. You are able to once you've downloaded your data, you'll be able to access your tasks still, including your forms, and you'll still be able to fill in the forms. So you'll be able to capture all the information, and as soon as you get signal again, you'll be able to send it off and complete the form. But yeah, first iteration of offline mode is out there, and it'd be great to get some feedback on it.
Do we need to give a little quick demo of how this?
I think it'd be rude not to.
Right, so here we go. So we're in PAYACA, and for them iPhone users out there, you'll be aware of what I'm about to do. For those that are not using an iPhone, get an iPhone. It makes life a lot easier. But PAYACA is not an iPhone only device like other pieces of software out there that you have to have an iPhone in order to use. And by the way, I'm big on Apple. I've got so many Apple devices. I'm a very, very pro Apple. But if I wanted to use a piece of software that's going to run my business as good as what PAYACA would do, it'd be handy to get it on all devices. That's where we're leaving it. Ria Murphy Tanner, it looks like somebody's been tagged. By the way, same on every time we do one of these lives, Facebook users, if you can look for where that blue link says give permission to eCam to display your information, it makes it a lot easier for us, because at the moment I can see that a Facebook user has said is tagging in Ria Murphy Tanner. It'd be really, really good if I could say thank you to your name, or to get you involved in the chat. So anyway, let's go over here. Over on my iPhone, I may go airplane mode. Ding dong. So we've turned this off. I've literally just walked to some farm. I've walked up into some village that's in between some hills. You know, there's no 4G. There's certainly ain't no 5G, and I'm finding myself that I need to do some work within PAYACA. So I come into my PAYACA app on my phone. It could be an iPhone. It could be an Android, and it says no internet connection. Boo! Now what? I can't do work, John. Sorry, John. You can't have a certificate. You can't have the invoice. I can't do the quote, whatever it is, John, because I've got no internet connection. But not with this new update. So can you talk me through it? Because this is new and I'm unfamiliar of where to go on this loop.
Yeah, cool. So if you start by select the drop-down menu in the top right-hand corner, if you click on the business icon.
Business icon, top right corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. And if you scroll down a little bit just so that we can see on the screen. Perfect. So you'll see on there, there's a selection that says download upcoming tasks and events for offline. So essentially, when you are setting out to do your day's work, if you click that button, that is going to download all of your task and events data into local storage, essentially, so that you can access it when you are in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any signal.
You are currently offline. You're currently offline. Please connect back online to download offline content.
Okay. Yeah. So it's important to do this step before you leave to go and do your work, because obviously you won't be able to download it when you're already offline.
Got you. So when you're in civilization and you've got your 4G, 5G to do this, just in the future update, would we be able to get some sort of regular update, like a daily refresher of that?
Yeah, so this is one of the things we were talking about yesterday. Is obviously this is the first iteration of it, but one of the things we want to do is basically, prompt when things when that local storage of your information is different to the live version of events. Obviously, you're going to get all sorts of changes that happen throughout the day, like emergency work might come in, that kind of thing. So you want to have it up to date. So yeah, we want to make sure that use case is taken care of with future updates.
Brilliant. Right, so let's get into this then. So am I correct that just to give a quick demo on this, we would go to tasks? Is that right?
Yeah.
We're going to do a gas safety check. Back in the day, I did have a gas card. So get gas safe registration number. This is not my gas safe number. Somebody is going to have 50. 00000. That's a pretty good. In fact, no, because you don't get
nice
that
and easy
many
to
zeros.
remember.
You don't get that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 6. I know that. You get 6 in your gas safe registration number, and you get 7 in your ID card number. Okay, so there we go. I've got into my gas safety certificate. I'm going to put in today's date, which is the 3rd. Oh, look at that. Very, very handy how it automatically came up and said it's the 3rd of November, Tom. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next inspection day is going to be next year, Mrs. Biggins. Okay. And to go through this inspection address, by the way, we're not going to do the full certificate live on here because we'd be falling asleep. Phone number 0114, because that's the best phone number in the land.
Is that Sheffield by any chance, Tommy?
Sheffield, yeah.
Yeah.
Sheffield. Yeah, we didn't need to break it up. It's like all Sheffielders get the 0114. I don't know where Baltrick is. Where's Baltrick? Sheffield. There we go. And for argument's sake, I'm not even going to put in the postcode. It's S2. Where Sheffield United's based. So you get the idea. We could quickly smash through this this certificate on the phone. Customer signature, Bob. I tell you what, that's quite a good signature as far as digital
Bob would be
goes.
happy. Bob would be happy.
And thank you very much, Bob, for signing that for me, and off we go. Right, so Bob signed this certificate, and I'm still no internet connection. Now what? Where do I need to go now?
Cool. So this it's going to basically store any of the information that you've entered into the form. So you can navigate away from the form now. So you see the arrow in the top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Even if you come out of the form and you click it again, you can carry on with your day. And as soon as you've got internet connection again, that information is all going to be stored in that form submission, and you'll be able to send it as soon as you've got connection again.
Carry on, mate. In my make believe land, it is 3:30 on a Friday, and I can already taste the beer. I'm going home. Okay, yeah. I'm going home now, or maybe via the pub. Okay, so I now come back into civilization. I've got 4G, 5G. I can check Facebook out again. So let's go and reenact that. So if I come over, just there we go. got the internet again. So this is going to be, it's saved it now, has it? So I've come back into civilization, and everything that I've done whilst off grid is all saved now. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Super.
So yeah, if you navigate back to that form, then you'll be able to send it off, providing all the details have been completed.
Brilliant. How am I getting there, buddy?
So if you click on task 1 again,
Task 1. Yeah.
that's your form. So if you click on that, obviously you can't submit the form where it's got missing mandatory fields, which is being flagged in the on the button at the bottom. But if you navigate back to, say, if you go and check the customer signature again, you'll be able to see that Bob's signature is still there.
Is that section 1?
No, I think it's the last section. So yeah, if you just scroll through.
Sign off. Got you. There you go,
there
Bob.
you go.
Thank
There's
you, Bob. Super. So yeah, to the people that don't live in the rural areas, that's like, yeah, but to the people that do live out in the sticks or do work out in the sticks, it's a bit of a deal breaker, isn't it? That does the software allow me to work away from the internet? So good job on that. Right, moving over, we're going to do some Q&As because we're 16 minutes in on that. And by the way, I think we had a question. I think Ben has answered it. Just noticed on that, does it auto put the next year as next date? I'm questioning, as I haven't noticed and not sure if I need to go back through all the certs. Does it automatically put in next year? Ben says.
Yeah.
Ben says yes. Thank you, Ben.
Good work, Ben.
Here's a question, and Ben says, yeah, of course it does. Ta-da! Why not? And we've also got another question. I'm not sure if this is something we answer now. Hi guys, we are currently with a customers at the minute, so we can't listen or hear your answer. But our question is, when we are collecting the data, that's a big question. When we are collecting the data of a new customer and booking in a job, can we have an added section that will allow us to capture the customer's email address?
Excellent. Okay, so I'm assuming this is to do with PAYACA pages. So the lead capture form. Couple of things to talk through on this. I mean, adding questions is fairly easy for us to do. I think Matt might have touched on this last week.
Yeah.
The what we want to do with PAYACA pages is actually enable you guys to actually custom build your own questions. Because at the moment, we're adding questions to the forms, and it doesn't take us very long to do that. But obviously, it would make a lot more sense if we just gave you guys that power instead of us just having like a growing list of questions. So to directly answer the question, yes, we can do that, and that's just a little bit of future thinking for PAYACA pages as well.
Super. I'm starting to croak a bit. Forgive me.
Yeah, have a bit of coffee.
I'm always doing this. It's because I talk a lot I talk. I just talk a lot. Right, so I believe that you've got some questions lined up. Do we need to jump to the PAYACA community to have a look at this?
Yes, yeah. So I should have. I took your advice and I bumped these. So if I've replied to one of your comments with the word "bump," I've not lost it. I'm just trying to push it. Yeah, it's because your question is important to us and we want to answer it on air. So I think at the top should be a post from me, and there's like a collection of questions. Okay. Newest activity, maybe.
Oh, Rebecca Lacy's jumped in before you, mate. She has another question regarding VAT. Oh, here we go. We can see who's asking questions. So, thank you very much, Michael Wood. Michael Wood, if you're still watching right now, this is what we're talking about. What's on screen here, I can see your name, but I actually have to be having a look at Facebook at that same time. From a broadcasting point of view, I can only see on my screen at the moment that it says Facebook user. So please hit that blue link so that we know it's you next time. So where is where's your list of questions?
I think if you go back to the top, Tommy, I think you can sort it by list of most recent activity. So
right. So it's an older post.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
We've just updated. Got you.
Yeah.
Newest activity. This is us now.
Yeah. Underneath that should be a post from me.
And
there we go.
This is your questions, right?
Yeah, that's the one. And then if we can expand the comments.
See more. Oh. Most recent all comments. Doesn't really expand. Aha. There we go. We're in, mate. We're in. So, this week's questions. Are we going to answer them all?
Yep. Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Go on then. Mr. Borwick, my favourite Nottingham lad. Neil Borwick says, can we get face recognition for iPhone and iPad when logging in, please?
Excellent question. We can do pretty much anything within reason. It's not something I can say we are imminently about to release, Neil, but it's definitely something that we can put in the backlog. And as soon as we've got any updates on that, I can let you know.
Okay, moving on.
Darren, excellent.
Darren's very lively, isn't he?
Yeah.
In the group.
Lots of great feedback from Darren. We like it. We like it a lot.
Good one. Right, so Darren says, I may be stuck installing any updates on offline capabilities. Hang on. I'm not going to answer that. Yes, Darren, there is updates on offline capabilities. Question number 2, updates on pick uploads of job reports.
Yeah, so I think both Darren and David Taylor and maybe a few other people have raised this recently. I believe Ben is collecting some more information so that we can further our understanding of when this is happening. And then what we'll do is we've got a ticket with the tech team and we will find as soon as we understand the cause, we can find a fix.
Can I just give a shout out to Ben PAYACA? Ben PAYACA, when you are tagging people for me, do you mind just putting a timeline for them so that they can jump straight to that point? So if you put 20 minutes for Neil Borwick and 21 minutes for Darren, if you don't mind, buddy. Right, question number 3, can we add buttons on jobs customers such as text customer? This is a question that he asked last week. Okay, he did ask this last week. I can't remember what Matt's answer is. You've already read through this, haven't you, Luke? So where are you at on adding buttons?
So to be honest, I think Matt's answer is probably going to be the best answer that we can give for this one. So what I'll do is, rather than try and remember it, Darren, I will dig out the video from last week. I will put it in the comments and just give you a timestamp for Matt's answer on this one, just so that you can just hear the words from the man himself.
Yeah, I seem to remember it was a little bit tricky of not really knowing what the question was wanting. So I think in that instance, Darren, you need to get on the phone and explain, because a lot can go missing in text. That's the reason why we want to do these live shows. Okay, imagine how much time it takes, but how much information that can be passed by answering a question via text, okay, compared with how much information we can share by just coming on a live like this and talking about it. But it would help if we could hear your question from the horse's mouth. Okay, so next question: how does PAYACA track payments in relation to QuickBooks?
This is a great question. It's one that we've actually done a lot of a lot of thinking about. So, to answer the question directly, as soon as so when you take payments, payments will be allocated as soon as invoices are sent across to the accounting software. As far as I understand. When you are working on larger jobs, you're obviously going to be taking like payments in stages, and therefore, like to keep your accountant happy and to stop them from shouting at you, you're obviously going to want those payments allocated and taken care of within your accounting software. At the moment, that's happening at the end of the job when you invoice within PAYACA. But we are working on the capability to have multiple invoices on a deal, which will allow you to basically reconcile those payments as and when they come in, because you'll be able to generate an invoice for them and then send that out. I can't give you a specific time frame on this, but it is something that is in active development right now.
I've got another piece of advice.
Go on.
Buy your accountant a nice whiskey every Christmas, and they'll magically figure
I'll keep
things
them happy.
around. Yeah. Keep your accountant sweet. Whiskey. Right, next question from James Robertson over on the PAYACA community. Can we get an update to calendar where if we have an install for, say, 5 working days, 8 a.m. Monday to 5 p.m. Friday, if we add 5 days to the duration, it will add it as 5 working days? Or have the ability, this question goes on, or have the ability to add an end time like we do the start time? I'm just seeing the rest of the question. At the moment, if I had 5 days from 8 a.m. Monday, it takes it to 8 a.m. Saturday. So I have to work out how many hours it is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday. Hope that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yes, I think so. Let me just have another read through. So I think at the moment I have to add...
I can bring it up on screen for you here.
Yeah, if you could. Yeah, we go. Yeah, okay, I see. It's basically doing at the moment he's having to do the calculation of how many hours that is between like one time on the Monday and then the second time on a Friday. Yeah, James, this is great feedback. We're constantly doing updates on the calendar at the moment. What I'll do is I will add this to a ticket. We've got a few tweaks I want to make to the calendar, and I'll make sure this gets looked at. But yeah, great feedback.
Super. Whilst we're on that, it's another one from James Robertson. If we could just tag Ben, if we could can't get my tongue out, can't get my words out. If we could just tag James Robertson, please, on how many minutes in we are at? We are 28 minutes in. Doesn't time fly when you've got strong coffee? So James Robertson's second question. Let's just expand this. Also, could we have more notification options for being sent to our phones? Would it be good to have one 24 hours before the job and then another option for an hour before the job? Been a few times on a Saturday morning, for example, where I've forgotten I've booked a site visit. Used to use Google Calendar and these reminders were amazing for me.
Yeah. Again, great feedback. I guess it's... Oh, excuse me, I'm choking. Yeah, I guess it's what he's essentially asking for here is some additional like push notifications around the events. This is really great feedback. It's not something we are actively developing right now. So just to set your expectations, it's not imminently coming out, but it's definitely something we'll make sure we look at for a future release.
Super, and I'm seeing as though I've got some yellow bits flashing across my screen very subtly. Please like, share, follow, do all that social media stuff. We follow, subscribe. We like to get more people in on these communities, the Boiler Business community and the PAYACA heating community. So if you know somebody, I think we're going to need a bigger screen for this. If you know somebody that wants to improve their heating business, their boiler business, their plumbing business, please invite them into this community, because as you can see, there's lots of people in here that are here to help you. Moving back to my screen, is there any other questions to that you'd highlighted that you want to answer?
Yeah, well, there's one that's actually come into the comments on the stream, and it's around the calendar again.
Okay.
Can we set out working hours in the business settings, and then it will auto calculate days? So yes, being able to set your working hours is something we've already got a ticket for around the calendar.
Is that this one here?
Nope. Not
Sorry.
that one. It starts with possible solution ? It's that one.
Got you. Yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah. So yeah, this is something that I've got a ticket for already. So yeah, this is absolutely possible. Again, it's not something we are actively working on right now, so I couldn't give you a time frame. But yeah, this is something we are aware of, and we want to improve.
Brilliant. Right, we're 31 minutes in. Is there anything else super burning for this week? Because these questions come thick and fast, don't they?
Yeah. So I guess there was. I wanted to shout out Mickey because he asked a question about a particular form. I have seen your response, and I will give you a call just to learn a little bit more about that. I'm currently working on the venting form at the moment, so I'm hoping to have that out pretty soon. But yeah, like any forms that are missing, continue to just put them into the group, and it would be great if I could
commercial form. He was asking
it was,
for.
yeah. Yes, it was, yeah. So yeah, any missing forms, or if any issues with the forms, please, just keep the feedback coming in, and we'll get them built as soon as we can.
How many forms has PAYACA got at the moment? There's a chunk, isn't there?
Yeah, there's. I don't know the exact number, but we've got a good cross section of oil forms, obviously your boiler forms, gas boiler forms. We've obviously got the job sheet, and yeah, like I say, we're always looking to add more in. So I'm currently working on the venting form and the installation form as well.
I've got one question, because this is an important one.
Go ahead.
Think. So Rebecca asks, can you tell me if there is an update or workaround for the VAT showing on quotes? Now, this is also, I noticed a question come from Matt about what gets displayed on quotes. Taking away the VAT, because that's often something that customers pipe up and say, I don't want to pay VAT. Right, okay, well. No. So I agree, though. I agree with Rebecca. Can we make that disappear?
So I think when we originally started looking at this, Matt was thinking about he started thinking about redesigning the quote layouts. So I think he was kind of expected to wrap it up all in that piece of work. When he comes back, I will have a word with him and see and just see where we're at with removing the VAT. Because I know it is something that both Rebecca and a few other people, I think like Anthony Startmo, raised it as well. So it's something we're still aware of. I just need to get an update on that from that one.
I mean, I think you still have to. You still have to let the customer know that VAT has been applied, but it's more the case of just removing. You only have to state that VAT has been applied, and if you are VAT registered, to show what your VAT number is.
Yeah.
But there's nothing saying that you have to say it's this plus VAT. Right. I just want to come back to that point of asking anybody that is watching this video or listening along, as they're underneath a boiler perhaps, or you're underneath a floor putting in some pipe work, when you get out and clean your hands before scratching your phone screen, please invite some people to these communities. The boiler business community has been running for 4 years. The PAYACA community, we're 6 months in. Is that right? Yeah, about 6 months in.
About that, yeah.
They're friendly, really, really friendly communities that are there to help and support you. So please, I'm just thinking back to that video and Mickey saying, "No, I won't recommend PAYACA." No. Why would I? But to Mickey and Michael and Ross, thank you very much. But we've all got friends, haven't we? We've all got friends that are not on this doorstep. Invite them to the party. Mm-hmm. Right, buddy. Are we done? Is that this week's done?
Yeah. So just to reiterate the point, these are going to be weekly. Don't forget to tune in next week. Matt will be back, so he'll be back in the hot seat. I've really enjoyed my first one of these, to be honest.
Oh, if we had everybody, hang on, I might be able to do something. Here we go. Oops, that was a good bit of music. For Luke for stepping in. And right, thank you very much, Luke. So onwards and upwards. I'll crack on and work on what task Matt had set for me last week, and we'll clearly see you in the community. Yes.
Yeah.
Toodle,
thanks a lot, Tommy.
Toodle Pip. I don't have a goodbye screen, by the way. I don't have a goodbye screen, so we'll just have to have this one.
So you think your boiler's had it? I'll fetch the 2 bags from the van. If you want the best, don't ask questions, 'cause brother, I'm your man. What it'll cost, well that's a mystery. Until I take off the cover, who knows what I'm gonna see. These are the jobs that driving me berserk. Why do only fools and plumbers work? La 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 la, 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 yeah. Why do only fools and plumbers work?